SRA and the PEC unit have been connecting with growers through many organised events, working together with other organisations to bring more targeted extension of sugar technologies and updates to the paddock. Most recently, SRA and the PEC collaborated with Herbert Cane Productivity Services at their 2014 Herbert Walk and Talk Day. During the meeting, we had a chance to talk to Lawrence DeBella and Andrew Ward about why it is important to run this type of event, the importance of collaborating to improve research relevance and extension, and also the presenters chosen for this year's event.
Today is actually a day where we actually work together with SRA. It's been quite useful where we actually can work together as a team to deliver knowledge to our industry, provide them knowledge on some of the latest research and development. And I think this is actually a really good arrangement. This is our second year of actually holding the Walk and Talk Day in the Herbert, and it actually allows us to, HCPSL as a prod board, to work with SRA PEC unit to actually get those messages out to the grassroots growers and industry out there.
From an SRA perspective, we want to make sure that our members and levy payers know how their money's being invested. So what we've tried to do is to team up with the prod board, so groups like HCPSL. We've done similar things with BPS and the Burdekin and with MAPS and Mackay. And what we've done in most of those cases is to develop a theme, and I guess what we've had today is a range of speakers that have been funded by SRA. So we've had speakers from CSIRO in Adelaide, we've had speakers from University of New England in Armidale, and also Barry Salter from within SRA to talk about the work that is being conducted that we want our members and levy payers to know about.
This event starts with a bus tour to in-field trial sites where the SRA PEC and Herbert Cane Productivity Services presenters give latest trial data and updates from local regional trials. Following the bus tour, growers get the chance to learn directly from researchers about new research going on at an SRA-sponsored event. We asked the researchers for a brief summary of their presentations and what growers can take away from it. First, we talked to Rob Bramley from CSIRO about precision agriculture.
Basically what I was doing today was adding to the story that was presented in the CaneClips video from October last year, where we were talking about some of the precision ag work that's been done in CSE 022, I think the project is, in partnership with USQ and also SRA. And I guess the key messages out of what we've been doing in the project are firstly that there's no such thing as a uniform paddock, all sugarcane blocks are variable. Secondly, we've now got access to a number of technologies that allow us to look and see how variable those paddocks are. So there's remotely sensed imagery, there's yield monitoring, there's high resolution soil survey, and some clever ways of analysing that data. And I guess that to get value out of it, you have to put some effort in, and in particular, the yield monitoring side of things is very constrained by the accuracy of consignment. There's no point in people putting effort into getting a yield map if they're not also putting effort into the means of calibrating the yield monitor that provides the data that allows us to produce that map. And so getting accurate consignment is absolutely critical. But having done that and put that effort in, there's pretty clear evidence that there's an economic benefit to growers, particularly in terms of making sure that they're investing in resources in places where they'll get value from them.
Andrew Robson from UNE summarises his presentation next about remote imagery sensory.
I spoke today on 3 SRA funded projects using satellite imagery to look at yield mapping. We've come a long way in trying to improve accuracies at the regional level and also at the farm, and now we're moving to the block level. I also spoke about developing nitrogen prediction maps from high resolution satellite imagery, and also for the detection of cane grubs across different regions using a number of different analysis techniques.
Finally, we hear from Barry Salter from our own SRA, giving us an agronomy update.
Today I spoke about 2 trials that we've conducted in recent years. The first one was a farming system trial looking at nitrogen being produced by legume crops, and the main result out of that was that there was sufficient nitrogen from the legume crop to supply our sugarcane plant crop. We didn't need to apply any additional fertiliser nitrogen. And the other thing was that the farming system with a legume in it was a less risky method of fertilising your crop, I suppose, and you were less likely to have a big peak of mineral N in the soil and therefore less likely to lose that N. The other trial was looking at different forms of nitrogen, in particular polycoated urea and urea with a nitrification inhibitor. And the main result out of that was that these enhanced efficiency products were able to get similar amounts of nitrogen into the crop despite being applied at lower N rates, and that really shows that these products have great potential, and we will be looking into them into the future.
PEC believes these quality events bring real value to members and levy payers. We look forward to future events and connecting with growers.